you surprised by your team's phenomenal start?
Well, I think that anytime you win 5 in a row in the National League, you're very gratified. We had an 8-game winning streak last year, but to get off to a 5-game winning streak against the Cardinals and the Mets was quite a feat, and I was very proud of the kids because they're two pretty good ball clubs.
Now, coming off of the late start, your 13-day delay, this didn't seem to hurt your team at all. What did you do to keep in shape, especially in Montreal?
Well, we took a little bus trip every day and went down to the University of Vermont and worked out in the field house. I don't know that that had anything to do with it because we really didn't hit much. Luckily for us, our pitchers for some reason maintained a certain degree of sharpness and got the ball over the plate, and we were fortunate that some of the people that we played against, their pitchers were a little wild, and we capitalized on some base on balls and some other defensive lapses that they had.
And one of the biggest trades this year was the Rusty Staub trade. Did that take a lot of consideration?
Yeah, and a lot of guts, really, on the part of our owners because he was the darling of the fans up there. But as well as Rusty played, and he played outstanding baseball for us for 3 years, we just couldn't see any daylight or any progress, and we just felt like we had to get stronger at more positions, and we were overwhelmed with the offer the Mets made us by giving us Tim Foley, who I regard highly as a shortstop, and Ken Singleton, a switch-hitting outfielder, and Mike Jorgensen, an outstanding young first baseman. We just felt like we were overwhelmed and something we had to do.
So in any trade of this nature, you have to give up something in order to get something.
Well, I think that people oftentimes have a misconception of what trades all are about. A lot of people fail to make trades simply because they make a great effort to get the best of a deal. Getting the best of a deal isn't necessary. If you really get something that improves your club and the other club gets something that improves their club, that's ideal.
Gene, this is your 4th year, is this right? Is this Montreal's 4th year?
Yeah. That's right.
Okay, we're going into the 4th year. Maury, let's take that once more. Gene, Montreal is going into its 4th year. And of course, you've had a rebuilding program. You've put some players together. Does this start a flash in the pan, or do you think that you'll have a consistently playing team this year?
Well, what I think doesn't really matter, Hawk. It's what those players think, and whatever they think, I agree with. There is an expectancy of winning on our club because there is consistency in our pitching staff now, and when you go out on the field expecting to win because you know you're going to get a well-pitched game, that's half the battle. And the kids that we got from the Mets have really turned the tempo upside down in our club. We're a much more lively team, and like I said, I think the big thing is the expectancy of winning.
Gene, how would you rate your team in these 3 departments? First pitching, hitting, and then defense.
Honestly, I don't think anybody puts any better 4-man rotation on the field than we do in Bill Stoneman, Ernie McAnally, Steve Renko, and Carl Morton. I have great confidence in all of them, and what's more, they have great confidence in themselves. Defensively, we have some limitations because of lack of speed in a couple positions, but the players are well-oriented with the National League and no defensive deployment and do half of their ground coverage before a pitch is ever made. But they know the hitters and they take position very well. I don't remember what you said on the third question.
And the third was hitting.
Versatile, I think. We have 2 or 3 guys that can pop the ball at the ballpark, and we have many players in our lineup now that can make better contact than we've had in the 3 years previous.
You have a couple of local boys on your squad, particularly Ron Fairley. How's he doing?
Fine. Ronnie's had kind of a rebirth of enthusiasm, I believe. We were playing him in right field, a position that he is very well acquainted with, was one of the better right fielders in the National League when he was playing with the Dodgers early in his career. And he's a little bit disappointed in the season he had last year and is making a great effort to erase that stigma.
Well, I think that your team is matching the enthusiasm of the Montreal fans, and good luck to you this year.
Thanks, Hawk.
Thank you. Ron Fairley, a great start for the Montreal Expos, and you're off to a good start personally.
Yes, it's good to get off to a start like this. We're 5-1 at the present time, and I think the big recent time has been the young pitching staff that we've had, and we've gotten good pitching out of our starting 4 pitchers, and we've had outstanding relief work from our bullpen.
Mm-hmm. What about Gene Mauch this year now? He's spent 3 years putting this team together, and you seem to click right now.
Well, we are playing very well, and I think you've got to give a lot of credit to manager Gene Mauch. He's done an outstanding job. And once again, I think that I don't want to get back to it again, but I think the key to it has been the pitching staff.
Mm-hmm. How would you say your hitting is coming along? How would you size up your hitting with other teams in your division?
Well, we don't have anybody in our ball club, I don't think, that is going to be hitting a lot of home runs. We don't have anybody that's going to hit 30 or 40 home runs for us. But I do think that we have a ball club similar to like that of the Dodgers there for a number of years, where we have a lot of fellas hitting anywhere from 260 to 290 and driving in their share of runs. And when you have a lot of ball players in your club, 6 or 7 of them that are hitting from 260 to 290, then you've got a pretty good hitting ball club.
What about you personally? Are you satisfied in Montreal?
Well, it's tough to leave Southern California, Tom, and it's tough to leave the Dodger organization because it's probably the finest organization of all of baseball. Montreal is an outstanding sports-minded city. The organization is very young. It's a good organization, and they've treated me very, very nicely up there. And so I don't have any complaints. I've played with the Dodgers for a long time. I'm still really down deep in my own heart. I'm still a Dodger, and it's tough to get away from that.
But the Valley is still your home.
Yes, it is. I still live in the San Fernando Valley, and of course it's a little tough to leave, once again, the good weather, because right now I think the last homestand we played in what I refer to as a smooth 35-degree weather up there.
Well, Ron, is this a flash in the pan, or do you think that Montreal can play good ball consistently all year?
I think we can. I think we made a trade that involved Rusty Staub, and in all due respect to Rusty Staub, he is an outstanding ball player. There's no question about that. But we acquired 3 young ball players and 3 ball players that are capable of playing every day. Mike Jorgensen, who is a first baseman outfielder who can go in both directions there. We have Ken Singleton, who is a big, strong switch hitter for us that quite conceivably could give us some of the power that we talked about earlier. And we have Tim Foley, who is from Southern California area here, the Valley. Playing shortstop, and he has good range, and Crazy Horse, when he gets on the field, he's ready to play the game of baseball, and that's good.
Ron, I share your enthusiasm, and good luck to you and the Expos for the rest of the year.
Well, thank you very much, Tom.
Thank you.
Oh, definitely not. Sometimes the fastball looks a little quicker because of the slow stuff, you know. I'll be throwing them some slow stuff, and then all of a sudden I throw a fastball, and they think it's a little faster, but actually it's not. I'm not overpowering by any means.
You've saved a lot of games in your career. Can you think back to one that really turned you on, one that's really memorable?
Well, I think that the biggest game, Dom, would be in San Francisco in '66 when I came into a ball game and saved the ball game for Phil Regan. Regan came out of the ball game, and I struck McCovey out to end the game. And of course, we were fighting for the pennant, and that's where Phil Regan gave me the name of Fireball, because I struck him out with fastballs, and I think it was a surprise to me and McCovey.
Jimmy, we're going to see a lot of you this year, I'm sure, and more fireballs to you.
Thank you, Tom.
Willie Davis, your 3 main dimensions in baseball is your speed, your glove, and your bat. How well have you integrated the 3?
Well, Tom, I used to fool around a lot, and experiment and carry on, but I had my reasons. It was because I never was comfortable up there. I used to hit good when I was in the minors and all through my years, fair, but I still wasn't comfortable. So people didn't understand why doesn't he just stay one way, but I had my reasons, I wasn't trying to satisfy them, I was trying to satisfy myself.
This year.
Well, I do, Tom, but I'll keep them to myself. And at the end, if people want to know what they were, I'll show them.
I'll be the first to ask.
Okay, Tom.
Thank you, Willie.
Okay.
Right. A real shaky start, was that due to the long layoff?
No, actually, I was pretty sharp in Cincinnati. I thought I had pretty good stuff, but the only thing is, I think I was getting into situations where I would come up with a base open and maybe the 4th or 5th hitter up, and it was a 1-0 ball game, and I'd be in a situation where a long ball would probably put us out of reach. So I was kind of picking my spots to walk them in, and I really wasn't that wild. It was just a question of kind of being a little cagey down there. But I felt I only gave up four runs, and I really didn't feel I pitched that badly. It was just a question of when the game got out of hand, the final results came, it looked like I got bombed.
Then you responded with your first win of the season.
Well, the fellas made it a little easy on me. They got 9 runs in the first 2 innings, so that always gives you a little bit of a cushion to work with. But nevertheless, I felt that I was very sharp the other night. I was really on top of my game, and I think the layoff might have had a little bit of effect on me mentally because you're not thinking about pitching the hitters when you're out here throwing batting practice. And it might take you a game or 2 to get back into that groove. But I feel that I'm back in that groove now, and I think I'm ready to just carry on.
Now, you talk about your groove. When you're in that groove, what pitches do you release season, and particularly about the starting rotation?
Well, I'm optimistic because I think we have a tremendous ball club. I think the fellows are in the right frame of mind, and I think we came out of spring training with a good attitude about the whole season. As a whole, we weren't looking back on last year, but we were looking forward to this year and what we could accomplish. And I feel that we can have a good season, and it's going to be a little tough because we play in a very tough division and we play in a very tough league. But nevertheless, that makes it even more gratifying when you have a tough league and you can still win.
Well, Al, good luck to you, and we're looking forward to a very exciting and successful season for the Dodgers.
Thank you, Tom.
Junior Gilliam, it was a great start for the Dodgers. You're going very well. You seem to have good vibrations among your players. You're hitting. You have your pitching. What else can we expect from you?
Well, Tom, as you know, it's a long ways to go yet, and I never like to count my chickens before they hatched. Yes, we did get off to a great start after the last couple of years of getting off to such a slow start, but as you know, this is a tough league, and later on it's gonna tell. All the games you can win now helps for later on.
You've been in the Dodger organization as a player and a coach for a number of years. How does this team size up against others that you've played or coached?
Well, I like to say this team has a lot of talent on it. As I said, we still have some youngsters here that's still getting experience, and the more they play, the better they are going to get because they have the talent. It's just a matter of time.
What pleases you most about this team?
Well, what pleases me most about the team, we're together again. In the last couple of years, we wasn't together, but this year I think we're more together than we've been in a long time.
Is your pitching as strong as any in the league?
Oh, I would have to say so. We got Tommy John, who's added another starter for us, and as you know, we had Singer, Sutton, and Osteen, and Singers seem to come back, and I think it's just as strong as any club in the league.
And how would you size up your hitting?
Well, as you know, some of our hitters have come of age. Willie Davis has come of age. As you know, we got Frank Robinson, who's been a winner everywhere he's been, and he's going to help us tremendously.
Mm-hmm. And what about your role this year? Does it make it easy to have players who are together and who are coachable?
Oh, yes. It makes my job much easier. It makes all of our job much easier because we know that we can put the guys on the field and they know what to do.
Well, good luck to you and to the Dodgers this year, and thanks for your comments.
Thank you, Tom.